No hassles. Well,
Yeah.
Caw.
So you guys have your zoning permit, basically telling you you're on probation for a month, limited resources for your guild currently. But you do have access to the the merchants guild builders, so you can start improving and getting your business underway.
But we have no money for that for now. Make do with what we have.
I mean, you have money. It's just a matter of if you want to spend it.
we have money.
Yeah, weren't we gonna pay them to change some of the prison cells into food storage?
Yeah, currently you have to renovate. Like the first thing you have to do is renovate the main building into a proper guild hall, because the inside of that building is pretty much trash. Like some of the boards have been ripped out from the bandits that have been there, and some of the wood is just damaged from like termites and weather damage. So it doesn't look great.
All right. So how much
How
would that
long
cost
does
us?
that take, though? And how much?
I don't know. Do you go visit this man?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I was like, I don't know.
And during this, the walk to our travels there, would Tarani like to ask Kurg anything?
Do what?
You know,
Just kidding.
ask him if he's got an item. That
Kurg.
could yes.
Shut up, Kurg.
Man.
Listen to me.
Oh, fucking. I mean,
This man you're looking for, do you have anything that he used to own?
I pull out the Blackguard Paladin Pauldron and I'm like, yes, took this from him.
Good, good. Now I have something in my goddess has lent to me, a scrying power, and I could use it today if you want to scry on this person, whatever his name is. You haven't told us, right? Because you don't know. We could scry on him if you want to,
That
but
would be excellent.
may require some materials, expensive materials, or we could do this the longer way.
What would be the long way? Because we're about to spend a ton of money as is.
So as for scrying, you can either use a focus, like those crystal balls, magic crystal balls, or a silver mirror, but they cost like 1,000 gold.
A
They're
mirror, you
expensive
say?
focuses. Yeah.
And did I not
Or-
have a mirror that we picked up at Strahd's?
No, it has to like amount to 1,000 gold. Or we can have a font of, like, you know, the ones where you fill in holy water. We can use that as a...
You say like
Do you think there's a place around here that has that?
The temples I worked in has that, but I'm not sure if they would allow us to scry from it. I had little to no impact from where I served at when during our downtime. So I'm not sure if they would allow us.
Well, we could take a little time before we do this.
Do you want to ask the temple?
I would like to ask, at least. But after we...
Okay.
As soon as we're done this business here.
Okay.
Priorities, right?
So, mm-hmm.
And
So we head over to the guild guy.
okay.
hi guild guy.
Sir Jadis,
Nothing.
where have you come from?
What's up?
I mean, he's
What
been
are you doing?
he's been in the city with you guys.
Yeah, but he was like doing something else, wasn't he?
The last time we saw
Yeah,
him,
it was
wasn't he
just-
still at the camp?
carousing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he was
you're right. He was at because he was you guys had him wait at the camp, and yeah, he's in town now. Actually, no, actually, it's probably best for you to stay at the camp for right now.
Okay.
It would make more sense because it's only been like a day since they've been, or like 2 days since they've been at the camp. There's no way you could. No way you could have been here in time.
I could picture him getting really bored and being like, you know what? Let's go to walk.
No, because he had to meet the people that were coming. That you guys are sending his way. There's no way he would have got here in time. Because you guys just got back. Oh, no, actually he would be here because you guys had to take a few days to get the zoning permit and all. You had to wait like 5 days for that.
Yeah.
Wait, are we getting land development? What's going on?
We're building a
did you not
guild.
know-
I filled him in for what I could, but there's always more information.
Right. So they want to turn the bandit camp into a guild, right? And they don't have permission to like do anything on that land because it doesn't belong to them. It doesn't belong to the bandits anyway, but it doesn't belong to you guys either.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. Whatever.
Basically, if you're found, then the fucking guards come after you and arrest you. Because
It's
The
like
city-
Yeah, because like, what's it?
the city of Iman already knows where that camp is because they're the one that told you about it.
yeah,
No, they
So,
didn't.
our guild is squatting.
Who told you about it?
We got attacked and I interrogated a guy who works now in Amman.
Right. They still
Yeah.
know where it is though, because they've been staking it out for a few days
Not anymore.
before you guys actually attacked it. So they already know where it is. So I mean, it's just a matter of them sending people after you and going, "Hey, you can't build here," and then they arrest you.
Ah. Get off
But,
of my property.
So yeah, so you guys going through the proper channels and went to the merchants. Not much less a guild, but more of an alliance. The alliance of merchants, call it like that. And they have a huge building 7 in Iman to conduct, not conduct, but oversee trade from all the other guilds currently in Iman, and even ones that are outreaching in the other cities. And by going through some channels there, they were able to apply for a permit to zone the land, or for them to zone the land as commercial use instead of nothing as it currently sits. And they convinced the board of 3 members to give them permission under probation, of course, because the alliance has had troubling times with sellsword guilds trying to go legit in the past, and this is just another example of, to them, one that'll just go bad and tarnish the alliance's name. So they put you under probation for a month, where pretty much everything is restricted. You only have access to certain things within the alliance. But I believe they told you wouldn't pay dues. I think that was the trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't have to pay your starter dues or monthly dues yet until the probation was over. Yeah, you can only build certain things and conduct certain operations because they'll be watching you now.
Alright, so we walk up to the dude. Back on
I
stage.
say you head back into the alliance's building. Talk to the young lady behind the counter, who's in the middle of the room. This time of day, there's not much shouting from upstairs. Seems like it's around evening time. Everyone's going home for the day. In terms of those people, at least. She directs you to an office downstairs on the first floor. And you guys walk up to it, and on the stained glass panel, and the stained glass window in the door, you see it says licensed builder. And you can only assume this is the room.
That's pretty sketchy.
License builder for the Alliance.
Pretty old school, if you ask me.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, there's
You guys should blackmail him.
you guys like look over and there's like a couple more doors that read the same thing. So there's multiple people for all the current building that the guilds are doing.
And they probably each cost different amounts.
No, actually, it's all the same.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, like they're not charging you just to like speak with them or anything. They charge you for what you build. It looks like all of them are currently out. You can only assume it's because they're currently having a merchant ship being built. You guys knew that You guys knew about that a few months ago, real time.
Mhm.
Probably more than that.
I remember it.
Irina told you guys.
Wait, was that one of the ships that was just full of just like silver?
Gold.
Oh,
The gold trimmed pimp boat.
Yeah, it was gilded with gold.
oh yeah, it was one of the ships that was. What was that? Sorry, I kind of missed that one part, but
It was
one of the ships that
sitting-
getting-
It was sitting at the dock. You guys actually made your trip into Iman from Barovia.
Was that for the first fleet or the second fleet?
It's part of nothing because it's a merchant ship.
Oh,
So it's like a guild personal type thing.
Yeah, it's going to be used by all the guilds in Iman to get their goods out faster.
yeah, I should
Looks like
steal it.
it's still going to take a while though to get built.
Alright, so I guess we go up to the guy that we saw.
Alright. You guys open the door, head in to his office, and he's just kind of behind his desk, pinning on some parchment paper.
I nudged Tarani.
Oh, sorry. Good evening. Knock, knock.
Oh, good evening.
Hi.
Okay, he kind of like wipes his eye a little bit.
Oh. Sorry to bother you at this hour, but are you the guy to talk to for some renovations to a guild?
Hi, that I am. What is it that you need to be done?
What did we have? What did we need to be done?
We need to renovate our guild, a building that we have acquired into a guild.
The guild hall. We need a guild hall.
Excellent. We can definitely do that. When do you need it built?
Sooner the better.
All right. And what guild do you fellows belong to?
The Guild of the Second Sons.
He like licks his thumb, starts thumbing through some of his papers.
We're new. We're really new. Really.
Still under probation.
He gets all the way to the bottom of the stack. Ah, yes. There we go. You just got your parametric recently. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like to waste time.
Because there are other people in the guild.
Says here you're a sellsword guild. Okay. Very interesting. Property just outside of Iman in the Crownlands. No more than 2.5 days. The renovations for your building, you say? Is that what you need?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see who's currently on staff. I've still got 3 of my builders here today. We can realistically start today. And start heading down there.
Well, we can escort you just to ensure the safety.
Alright, that's fine too.
Maybe we should borrow Irina's carriage again.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
No need. We already have one for personal or for
Oh, okay.
Oh,
for
excellent.
business use.
That's very convenient.
Yes. Do you have an approximate size of the building so I can give you an estimate on time and money?
Oh, goodness.
How do we... we haven't measured anything since we got the place.
It isn't very large.
Okay.
Used to be a
You-
bandit camp.
A giant
you know
group
how
used to
many-
live in it.
Do you know how many rooms it is?
No rooms.
No
per se.
rooms at all.
Well, what does it have in it?
Jail cells
Is that it?
and a large entrance room.
I see.
Sounds like a pretty badass
You
deal
have
already.
You have a prison and a common room. Alright.
Common room.
We were hoping to change the prison, though. It's a little bit too dark for us. Maybe food storage or small living arrangements.
I will make my estimates then when we arrive.
There's also a wooden wall around the entire property. Well, not the property, but the area in which we are at, as well as several tents, but that's about it.
Alright, very, very nice. Okay, well, we can set off whenever you feel ready.
We're ready.
Oh, Commander, what about that thing we discussed on our way over here?
You said we have to finish this first.
But
Do we not?
I don't want to leave the city until we get this other thing done.
Okay. We'll be just about an hour, maybe tops. We have another business to attend to. If that's okay.
Alright,
Give us 2 hours and we'll meet you at the which gate? North gate?
East, the west, the western gate,
Is it western gate?
the northern, northwest.
Northeast?
Fuck. Details.
right. I will meet you at the northeast gate.
Northeast.
Excellent. You see, we used to have a dwarf. He didn't get lost. We do. It's a terrible thing.
It was his forte.
We miss him dearly. He got in a boat and went the wrong way. Don't know
You
why.
don't want to waste your time? We need to go to the temple now.
Yes,
before
let's.
it's too late.
We'll meet you at the gate. Let's go, Commander. And I start walking out the door.
Thank you.
And then I
You
stop
guys
and turn
walk out
around.
the door?
Wait a second. You didn't give
Oh.
us tell us how much it would cost.
I told you that I would estimate it when we got there, since you guys don't know exactly the dimensions or what this building really looks like.
Or would need in it, true. Alright, thank you. And then I walk out the door again.
We go to the temples district or wherever that is.
Okay.
Yeah, the temple district.
At a very
Right.
brisk pace.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where is that before? Okay. Jesus Christ, this map is big.
Large city. Alright, so you guys head to the entrance of the temple district, seeing all of the current monks that are walking around this area. All of the this is probably the most heavily populated district in terms of like statues to deities.
Mm-hmm.
There are several like small shrines like off to the sides of the road. There's also the much larger temples to the patron deities and all the major deities of the realm. Where would you like to go?
To the temple where I tried to work in.
Oh, oh, the one you did while we were like when you guys had all that downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's see, which one do I want you to work at? Since I never even said. Let me look up some deities here. Let me just load the campaign setting. Now I don't have to use Forgotten Realm deities.
No.
Where's it at? Ah, here we go. Page 14. What's your domain?
Tempest.
All right, so you actually worked for the Stormlord deity, a chaotic neutral deity that lords over the Tempest and War domains. So you head to his temple.
Yep.
All right. So you and Kirk head over to the Stormlord's temple. The outside is very minimalistic in its design. Just some simple pillars that extend upward to a ceiling overhead that pretty much is the entrance to the temple itself. Basic building in shape. Looks from the front entrance, it looks octagonal in its shape. Kind of rising up 2 stories. All of it, the outside is made of stone, but the inside flooring as you walk in is all marble. Right above the entrance door, though, there's not an actual door, it's the doorway. So above the doorway, you see etched in the stone are the commandments of the Stormlord. Bullet pointed for you: bravery above all. There is no glory in cowardness. Strength is the path to greatness, but greatness is the responsibility or the responsible use of strength. And the glory of the Stormlord lives through your glory on the battlefield. You guys walk in to a very thunderous and lightning-filled area, where above you there is not so much a show, but there is continuous magic throughout the ceiling of just thunder and lightning crackling. You seem to have walked in on an evening sermon. There are a lot of people currently in here sitting down for the ceremony. From what you saw from the outside, where it rose 2 stories, the upper story is actually just seating. It's like kind of this balcony theater seating where it can just fit more people in. Granted, they're not eye level with the storm. The storm is like further above them. That would be awful. So they're just kind of like, they're probably a good 10 feet below the storms that are above
So you would say that their sermons aren't a shocking experience.
Anyway.
The crowd's not electrified.
Anyway, no.
Ah.
There's a booming voice of the current pastor that is speaking. It seems like he is speaking through some kind of like thaumaturgy magic to like make his voice higher, to like boom across the entire arena, so to speak.
His voice booms like thunder.
Across the way, like everyone's sitting down. They obviously don't notice you guys coming in because it's already really loud with the thunder and the lightning coming in at regular intervals, and of course the pastor speaking himself. There's a good number of it looks to be barbarians, a lot of warriors that are here. You do notice some clerical looking outfitted people. Not too many of them. It's mostly warriors and fighters, and there are some athletes around that are currently worshiping him.
I'm picturing walking in and seeing a bunch of people wearing like skinned animal pelts, and then a bunch of other people wearing like robes. Some people wearing
kinda, yeah.
Vikings in a church.
You do see flanking the pastor of these two about 10-foot tall marble statues of what looks to be the Storm Lord. From working there, you know that all of his statues depict him as nude, like most deity statues do. And also, he's the physical epitome of muscle and strength. He's often shown as a paragon warrior. He just looks perfect in his statues.
As Kirk walks by one of them, he nods, smiles, and goes, "Well done, sir."
Well, you won't be walking by them because they're flanking the pastor that's currently up there.
I still, in my mind, I did then.
All right. Fair enough. All right, so you guys are currently in the back, watching him do his speech.
Are there any acolytes that I might have recognized?
Yeah, you do see a couple that are currently walking around, making sure everyone's not causing a disturbance or whatnot.
Can I approach one of them?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of flag down one that's off to the side, walking up the exit aisle.
Do I recognize him?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you worked with him quite a bit. He kind of like you catch his eye and he like looks up, like he in a whisper tone, not to disturb everyone else. Miss Tarani, welcome back.
Greetings. Yes, I am only here for a limited amount of time, and I was wondering, who was the higher up of this acolyte? It's the priest, right?
Yeah, the pastor currently would be the higher up of all of them.
I've been to one of his sermons before. How long is it before it's over?
Just probably another 5 or 10 minutes.
Then I turn to Kirk. Is 5 or 10 minutes okay? We have to wait till the sermon's over.
I nod quietly because we're in a church.
Sure. I'm just gonna wait till the sermon's over. But thank you, though.
No problem. Good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you too. I'd like to speak to what's his name? Pastor, father, priest.
Dude boy.
Dude boy.
My man.
My
man.
My homie.
My man.
Ugh.
His name should totally be Homie.
Nah. He is known as Father Matthias.
Matthias?
Yes.
And this acolyte, who is he?
Prior.
Prior. Thank you, acolyte Prior. And we stay near the like he's in the balcony somewhere, right?
No, he was in the exit road on the first floor.
Okay. We'll just like stay at the back row until the sermon's over.
Can I roll a stealth check to see how quiet I am?
Sure.
Yay! At
You
disadvantage.
really have to?
No, I just want to. 4.
Good job.
Yeah, you're pretty loud, but you're not like your loudness is being
Yeah.
overturned by
noisy.
the thunder and the father's voice.
I'm just picturing my guy trying to stumble into like a pew, just banging the armor off of everything.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. A couple of the guys near you are just kind of looking at you weird.
Alright, so we wait.
About 10 minutes go by, and the lightning and thunder and the storm clouds start to dissipate as the ceiling comes back to normal, and the father gives his closing statements as all the people start to get up and one row by one start to file out of the temple.
I approach the priest.
I follow.
Okay. Yeah, he nods to you both, greets you.
Greetings, father.
Greetings, my child.
He does not remember me, right? Because I did little effect.
Yeah, you did little work. You did like the least work possible. He does not remember you.
Yeah. Father Matthias?
Yes.
I have worked here as an temporary acolyte before, and I have a huge favor to ask.
What is it, my child?
If I may, I'd like to use your font of holy water as a scrying focus for my friend here.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Cool.
I can take you downstairs to it.
Thank you, Father. I will make sure to give a sizable donation for this favor.
It is not necessary, miss, but the temple will always look favorably upon those favors.
I'd like to take a quick look at my sword to see if it's glowing.
No.
Okay.
Why would it glow again?
If there is a fae within 100 feet of me.
Oh.
And I'm just being careful because, holy place, make sure.
Just don't do dumb shit, like, scaring the priest.
Well, I think the fire elemental following me might scare people.
No, it's little.
That only happens when you crit, right?
No, it just
No,
follows me.
it always happens. It's when he's attuned to it, it always follows him. But it's not that big, so no one really notices it.
It's like a little puppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we follow Father to the downstairs area where the front is.
The father leads you downstairs as you guys come to this octagonal room that has the font in the middle of it, the bowl of holy water sitting on top. It's right here. If you can do your ritual here if you wish. And you
Thank you.
come upstairs when you're done.
Yes.
He walks back upstairs, leaving you alone.
Cool. I do. Oh, give me the.
I take out the pauldron and I hand it to you. Now,
Yeah.
please be very careful. This is an important item to me.
I will. And I do the ritual. All the scrying ritual thingies.
Alright. You will perform the scrying ritual. What is your spell DC?
16.
Okay.
He has +5, but -4.
Okay.
So does that mean +1?
Yeah, basically.
Math.
Okay. As you begin the scry spell, looking into the font, Kurd, you see none of this. You just see water. But to Tarani, the water starts clouding up, and your vision is suddenly pulled from your physical body up into the sky. You see the whole of Iman, the bustling city streets, as your vision flashes ahead. You can't really tell which direction it is because the vision flashes so fast. But it flashes into a field with a road beside it going east to west, or west to east in this case. You see the green grass, of course, and the wind blowing in, and then there is a marker that is near the road. It looks like your vision has flashed you to the Silvercut Crossroads, and then you are flash forwarded again. This time, let's see, where to go from here? Go to my map. Let me go to my map real quick. My overview map. Kurt, where was the last place he was known to be at?
Let me check my...
It was like 3 months ago he was here, but he isn't.
Western?
Western.
Westrum, senior Westrum.
So your vision flashes forward again, but this time, and based on where you guys have been already on this continent, you can tell your vision flashes south from the crossroads into the city of Kymel, where you can see all of the red armored Lannister guards. When the vision hits Kymel, you get a sense from the armor itself that he was here recently, and then it flashes forward again to a city you've never been to. It looks cold here. The city itself is pretty much all stone. Like, the buildings are stone. The main castle is stone. Let me see if I can get a better explanation from this page.
Hey guys, sorry to cut this short, but I think I'm gonna... Well,
No problem. No problem.
See ya.
It's all
have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, man.
Night. Hope you're okay.
Let's see. Where the city itself doesn't look as populated as Iman. In fact, it looks much smaller. It looks like on the outskirts of the city there is some farming land, but it is very scarce due to the temperature. Looks here. You do see what the city looks to be located on the base of a mountain range. Let's see. In the city itself, there is this gigantic tree that looks to have branches spreading out quite a few tens of feet, like away from the center of where the tree is. It doesn't look like there's any leaves on the tree, but before you can get a bead on where everything is in the city, your vision flashes again, and you are, or for a final time, and you are actually in the city itself, in about 7 feet away from where your scrying orb has formed. You see a man that matches the description Kurd gave you of the man he is looking for. His appearance is slightly obscured by his hood, but you can tell it's him still because of his scar. He's currently talking to a number of individuals in a building. Your orb is positioned just outside of a window that you're looking into, and there's probably 7 other individuals that he's talking to at a table currently, and he brings down his hood, and he turns behind him for a minute, and he's got this not a frightened look, but he's got this look of intrigue, or he's paranoid. He's always thinking that maybe something's behind him, so he just takes a quick look behind him, scans the room, and he turns back. Can you hear audio with the scrying?
You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
Okay. So he's very muffled because you are outside of the establishment. It's very muffled inside, but you can hear somewhat. It sounds like he's saying something about a cult, and then you hear a reply coming from a few of the other members talking to him, and you don't hear much, but there are a couple keywords you pick up on. You hear 11, Lich, Dragon, and the Cinder King.
Cool, that's
all you can pick up. And just like that, your vision flashes back into your own body. As Kurg has sat there for 10 minutes looking at water.
Wait, before I flashed out, did the person look any different than to what Kurg described?
It's hard to pick up on because of his hooded cloak, but when he took his hood off, he now has this slick back hair that he's put into a man bun.
Does he look gaunt or thinner?
He looks more. Yeah, he definitely looks gaunt compared to when Kurg saw him last.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely looks a lot thinner. And it definitely doesn't look natural. It looks like it's just been a lot of stress lately, or he hasn't felt like eating.
I see. Okay, like after I flash out of the vision, I tell her what I saw, heard, and about the city. That you said it was like a city of stone south of Kaimel.
No, like your vision flashed to Kymel because the man Kirk was looking for was there at one point. So the armor picked up the RID. It's almost like when a dog picks up a scent. Like you go, you went to that place because it picked up on something from the armor that guy was there at one point, and then it just flashed to this unknown city, and you can't tell which direction because you don't know where you're flashing to.
I would assume northern because of cold.
You could pick up on that, yes. It definitely looks like a very much colder climate than what you have been to.
City of stone, small, scarce farmland.
Yeah.
Base of a mountain range. Tree without leaves at the center.
Yep. I tell him all of that jazz.
And I have a very stoic, like, serious face on, looking at you. You think anyone...
That's all I gleaned from scrying.
Can I roll to see if I recognize the description of the city?
Me as well.
Yeah.
That would
See,
be...
history?
Yeah, history.
Ooh, I'm proficient.
Trony, you're having a hard time figuring exactly where this is. Kurg, well, you haven't been there personally. You have heard of a city of stone somewhere near the Alabaster Sierra Mountains.
Alabaster what?
The Alabaster Sierras.
How do you spell Sierras?
Sierras.
So, I think that's what we should go next. Is have you heard of the Alabaster Sierras?
No.
Yeah, they're a place that's over by that area. We should probably head over there after we get the guild set up. What do you think?
Do you know of this city of stone?
I've never been there personally, but I have heard of it. I'm not sure the name of the city either.
I think we should ask around for it. They've heard of the city.
We don't particularly have time right now, Commander. We do have a deadline to meet.
So then after we've got the guild up and running, maybe then we could come back and ask around?
Yes, and we could also try asking the people at the wagon. Maybe a guard or two. I don't think we can...
There are no guards, they're just builders.
Oh no, I mean at the gate.
Well, it's worth a try.
Alright, let's get going.
Are we ready to go?
Yep.
We go back up.
Wait, Commander, how much time do we have between now and when we have to meet them?
I don't know. How many hours?
We had 2 hours, so what are we at now?
That was scrying takes like
10 minutes.
10 minutes, and
Travel
like
time
we
between
had
where
to
we're
wait
going here.
10 minutes. Yeah, we have like 1 hour left.
Do you think we... Okay, DM, this is a question for you. Do you think we could get to Ishmark's and Ariena's place and maybe talk to them real quick before we head to the main gate? Or would that take too long?
Yeah, you could get to their place.
Alright, so let's go to their place and then head to the gate. Sound good, Commander?
Yes.
So you guys like run across the central square over to where their home is, out of breath, like knocking on their door. And the door opens for you guys.
Is it late in the night as well?
It's like 6:30. The door flies open and you see Ishmark standing there.
Ishmark!
Good evening, Ishmark.
Ooh, you guys have been running a lot. That sweat.
I'm terribly sorry for the lack of pleasantries, but I have a very serious question for you.
Yeah.
You see, we need to find a city. I start describing the city and everything else that I know about it.
Oh. Oh yeah. It's Whitestone. It's up way north. It's cold there. What do you guys need to know?
The man I've been looking for is up there. And I look at him dead in the eye, super serious.
I see. Well, alright.
And I say to him, would you like to come?
This might be a difficult fight for even me, but I will certainly come help.
We're leaving right now. Do you think you can join us and meet us at the East Gate right away?
Right now? I thought we were going back to the...
We're going back to the camp,
Yeah.
yes, but right after the camp we're heading straight
No,
north, so.
we have to come back to Imon and then go. You
Fine,
can't
Commander.
let Ishmark wait around for 3 days before the guild hall's finished. We
The
will
commander's
come
right.
back.
We will be back. You have 3 days to ready yourself. Maybe a little bit more, we don't know yet. Have a bag near the door or something. Bring some warm underwear.
It's gonna get cold. Oh, that reminds me, we must get ready as well if we're going.
Yes, but we can do that when we get back. Now we gotta get to that gate before they leave without us.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go to the northeastern gate.
See you, Ishmark, and I take off running towards the east gate.
Alright.
Clang, 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 clang.
Heavy clanging as you guys make haste around the city to get to the gate.
You think they heard us before they saw us?
They heard you.
Now, okay, this is going to be an odd question. During all this time, would we have spoken to, Buddy? I always forget his name. Our buddy. Our friend, our
Which buddy, man?
Praxana. Or
Isn't he back at the...
Yeah, I don't remember if we sent him back or if we were going to meet him.
You guys are gonna meet him.
Okay, so... Did we meet him?
Go to the slums where...
No, you guys were gonna meet him at the guild.
Oh, okay, so
He
yeah.
had stuff to take care of
Alright,
first.
Okay. Coolio.
alright, so
Off
we
to the-
head off. Yeah.
Gate?
We get to the gate, and I'd like to ask the guards about... Oh no, we already know, so we don't have to ask, we just go.
Well, you have to ask what's in Whitestone, what's going on.
My character wouldn't care. To be quite
Fine.
honest, he's focused on the man, not the
When we
area.
get back, I'm asking Ishmark.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys head off on your 2.5 day journey back to your camp. Meeting the builder there, of course, taking his cart. It has 3 other builders with him. Nico has went off. Let me just change the date. There we go. Alright, you're back at your camp.
Do we see Prax?
Hold on. I forgot. Oh wait, no, his token is here. Sweet. Yeah, he's current. Let's see. So you guys are just entering. Yeah, he is. He's at the near the Archer's Tower.
Prax, how have you been? Eric,
I don't know. Is that about to say is Eric still here?
Eric?
Muted, and he's like, he turned off his headphones or something. Deafened.
It shows the headphones aren't off right now, I don't think. Let's message. I can spell his freaking name. Hey, Sir Janus, where are you? You around, buddy?
He is currently just kind of like at the center of the camp. Just
Does he holler back?
nah. He's just kind of like in his own thoughts.
I walk over to him. Wait, before I walk, I'm like, Tarani, give me the give me the magical item for him.
The wand?
Yes, I'm gonna.
Didn't we send it off with the orcs?
Did we?
Orcs. Yeah, I think we did.
DM, did we
What?
send the wand with the half orcs to bring to him?
It's not in my bag of holding.
Okay, so alright, so yeah, he already has it then.
Okay, so I walk up behind him and I put my hand on his shoulder. So, do you like the gift?
Where are you talking to?
To Sir
I'm
Janus.
Yeah, I moved his token. Don't worry. Yeah. He just like looks at you and he like nods.
Toron is probably playing host right now. This is the guild. Blah blah blah. This is where we sleep. Blah 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 blah. Something like that.
Okay.
While Kirk and Sejanus are talking.
Yeah. He tells you it's a very fine gift, and it's
I could think of no other that is as deserving of this than you.
he gives you a nod. Thanks you.
By the way, I think we found him. And I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. His like eyes grow wide and like, alright.
And now Tarani can get the workers around the building while me and Sir Janus stare at the fire.
Yep. Been going all around now. So, how many days do you think exercise need to build the
He's still looking at it.
fortifications? Need any improvement? backups, whatever.
He's still kind of looking around the building real quick.
Ow, my butt hurts.
See page. Just getting the patrols set up. Who's on what watch? So you guys have enough for it. Alright, so these tokens will have to permanently stay on this page. Until I make you a new map. Hopefully when I get paid I can get Dungeon Painter Studio so I can make you guys a guild map. Alright, so this guy at the door, or at the entrance, it's gonna be Leon. Alright, so you guys arrived in the morning time, so Leon has the morning shift. Let's see, Leon wants you're one of two half-orcs here. This will be Bark. This other half-orc. He's just kind of over at the temporary weapons table that looks like garbage because nothing's really there. That is Ubaz. Tila Merez will be the one guarding the door to the actual building.
I just realized something we should have also done, but we can do
What?
when we get back.
Hmm?
Scry for Bruford, see what he's doing.
That is true. Do you have anything on you that he owns?
No.
And the one in the tower will be Ardent Martel.
I have some.
I'm sure you
I
have
have
something.
You have something?
some wine.
Oh, nice!
He owns these, right?
Wine
Yeah.
scrying.
Maybe we can scry, like, use that.
Scry through the wine. That would be perfect for him, I think.
God damn it! Why the fuck is it in bold?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so you're, current, Prax is already there. Like, just doing some work around the camp, cleaning it up a little bit. Setting up the patrols for everyone. Let's see, morning patrol. The current morning patrol at the gate will be Leon and Bark. Prax decided this based on attacks are more often happening during the break of dawn, so have more people patrolling the gate at that time. Evening shift is all Ubaz. She will be the only one guarding in the evening. The overnight shift will be Tilo and Ardent. Archer Tower. I'm writing this all down for you guys too. Archer Tower. Morning. Let's see, who's in the Archer Tower currently? Ardent. So Ardent has the morning shift in the Archer's Tower. Archer Tower in the evening will be Leon. In the overnight Archer Tower shift, we'll go to, let's see, so Leon's pretty much working all day, morning to evening, so he'll have the night off. Based on this, Tilo and Ardent have the overnight. So, Ubaz, because Ubaz has the morning off, so Ubaz can work from evening and then into overnight. So Bark is the lucky one. He only has to work in the morning. Prax can do whatever the fuck he wants. He ain't gotta do nothing.
Well, I think.
Actually, this way. This will actually help.
I think when we go anywhere, we're gonna be bringing Prax and Sir Janus regardless.
All right.
That way, at least Eric has someone to play.
Your guild has been upgraded or updated for your patrols.
Cool. Yay, thank you.
So, RP speaking, who set everything up?
For that,
Yeah.
Praxana did.
So, Prax is like the head guy going on here.
You guys wanted that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's impressive.
You guys wanted Prax to be like overseeing everything. So the builder comes back to you guys. Toronto, are you still at the gate? You're just like waiting there. I just noticed your token was still at the gate. Like, you just waiting at the gate?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Wait. That.
Alright, so you guys are all kind of like together now. Alright, so the builder comes back to this like central campfire with his kind of like clipboard, or not clipboard, but because clip would be weird. But he has this kind of like clipboard style where he's got his parchments on it and all that, and he's like looking around the building and all that, and he comes back to you guys. Alright. A very primitive setup you have going on here.
It's home.
Sure.
City used to be a bandit camp.
True. It is true.
And you know what they say, having a clean canvas can let you do the best art.
I don't know anybody who says that.
I don't know anyone who says that either.
It's an old orc term, and honestly, the translation's a little rough. In Orcish, a direct translation would be, a clean face is better looking bloody, but...
I see.
I have not heard that either.
It's an orc thing, don't worry about it.
Right, alright, sure. Yeah, he looks down at his parchments.
So how long would it take to renovate this place?
Right, so in this area, a simple... let me look at my Homebrew stuff real quick. A simple size area like this can be overhauled for 1,500 gold, and I can have it done in about 15 days.
1,500 gold.
That is impressive.
Okay.
For an extra 500, we can expedite it, and I can try to get another builder in here, and we can try to have it done in 10 days.
Time's not a big issue. If we give you the extra 15, though, you think you could do extra work on it, just spruce it up kind of thing?
Unfortunately, the Alliance won't allow me to do that for you guys.
Oh.
Also, the size of the camp itself won't allow me to do that either. Basically, you'll have 3 upgradable slots, we call them.
Mhm.
And this basically means you have... there's enough room here where we can add on to the building 3 times for upgrades.
I am now reminded of FO4 settlement building. Okay, sorry about that.
Alright, so what are our options?
Uh,
Like, how do we do the transactions? Is it just like through banks, or like back to the guild merchants, blah blah blahs? This is third person speaking.
they
How the
can
transactions go?
he can send a message back. Actually, no, he can't. He doesn't have that ability. You would, because you guys escorted him out here, he didn't take the usual Alliance guards, so he can't just go back on his own because he doesn't have an escort. But the way it usually works, if you have to bring him out to you, you pay him and he would go back, but he can't really do that because you guys are the ones that escorted him here.
So what does that mean now?
You would have to go back together.
Oh, okay.
Which we were heading back anyway, so.
Yeah.
Kirk, you were asking about what is there available to build or something?
What are the options?
Alright, let's see. For guilds on probation, we only offer the basic guild hall amenities. So we can renovate it into what you wanted. You'll have the common area will remain unchanged. We'll just spruce it up. Get some new wood in here, new walls up, and all that. As far as the prison, we will take out all the metal and go ahead and convert it into some sort of pantry area. But there is a lot of room there. So with the renovation, you could possibly have it be something else. We do offer in the basic guild package, so to speak, we offer a dining hall and a kitchen as well if you want to build off of that pantry.
What about a barracks, maybe?
Something like that would use up one of your slots, and we would build it onto this building itself. It would not be included in the renovation.
I think that add-on sounds good. Do you, Commander?
Yeah.
Do you
Somewhere we can gather for a hearty meal. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we talking about the kitchen
Yes.
or the barracks?
No, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kitchen or the dining.
Alright, let's see. We have enough room here. Yes, we can have a small dining room as well with a kitchen in the amount of room that we have here. This will be perfect.
Do they still have to stay like inside tents for sleeping?
Unfortunately, yes. We do have in the basic package we do have a hireling's quarters that you could use one of your building slots, and we could build that for your people out there.
I think a
So right
sleeping
now, what
place would be
slots do we have used up?
Well, because we're renovating just the guild hall that this will be turned into, you're using no slots. So you get the common area, pantry, the kitchen, and dining hall all in one. So you still have your 3 slots available.
Okay. Maybe we should opt for the sleeping quarters.
Sleeping quarters.
First slot.
Yes, absolutely.
We don't want these guys to be heading to tents
You know
as
what?
they rest.
One moment. Praxis! Yo, Prax!
He's kind of like ordering some people around. And the door's open, sorry, you guys aren't inside. He comes over to you guys. What is it? What do you need?
You see, we're setting up the guild hall, and since you know this place a little bit better than us, what would your opinion be? We were thinking of sleeping quarters attachment to our guild hall here.
Let me think about this.
No more sleeping in tents.
Yes. No more sleeping in tents. That is good.
Leaves so much more room for activities. We can even get bunk beds, I'm sure.
Exciting bunk beds.
Well, I would suggest living quarters. Morale around camp kind of low. They don't like the sleeping arrangements.
That is
Understandable.
understandable.
Anything
So I
further do you think we need?
Oh, sorry, what?
I'm asking Praxis what else he thinks we need, just so that we can get his input.
Hmm.
Would a barracks be good for this sort of thing?
Barracks that are housing soldiers, but these are not soldiers. They are merely people.
Weapons, armory, then, maybe?
Armory. This can be good long term, yes. Always need some place to store our weapons, besides out in open.
Is an armory an option, builder?
Yes. After you come off probation, our full arrangement of options will open up for you all.
Please, continue telling us what options there are. So far, we've confirmed that we want sleeping arrangements. Nothing else.
Alright. Let's get my papers out here. I can take a look. Our basic packages for everyone includes... Oh, what? That's in the basic one. Oh, shit. I wrote that down for no reason. Our basic packages include the armory. So you could have an armory right now, actually. I'm sorry, I thought it was only for our non-probation guilds, but it looks like it is on the list. So you could have an armory. There's also a bedroom suite available. This is an upgraded version of some sort of master bedroom like you'd find in a residential house. This would mostly be used for the owner of the guild or leader and their significant other, as it can fit 2 people in this large bed.
That is completely unnecessary for our group, I believe.
I see. The suite can also have 2 smaller beds if there are 2 separate leaders. There's also the hireling quarters that I told you about. We can build 15 slots in such a such a building. So you can have 15 either unskilled or skilled hirelings at your command. In your case, you have 6 located here. Besides you guys, excluding you guys, of course, because why would you pay yourselves? You already do that. There's also a bathhouse that we could possibly build, containing multiple smaller basins, or a singular large bathtub, along with a stove for heating water.
That could certainly help with morale.
Of course. Also the common area, which you guys already have, you guys will already have when we renovate. Basically, just a space for everyone to gather at once. Usually we have benches, chairs, cushions, pews, or stools, and even some tables might be in here. The dining hall, like I already told you about. When we build dining halls, usually we do include a fireplace for warmth. We also usually have hanging racks. So if you want to maybe hang a treasured weapon that you've gotten from battle but you don't use, or maybe a ceremonial weapon, something like that. The kitchen as well. We usually include a stove, a sink, and a small pantry. And I'd like to put emphasis on small. A lot of people don't understand when they get the kitchen, they think their pantry is going to be large, but it's only enough to fit maybe a couple weeks of food. The pantry you guys will be building will be enough to fit. It's like a walk-in pantry, and it can fit probably a month's worth of food in there. Non-perishables, of course. Sometimes, by request, we have these cold bins that we've magically enhanced to keep things cold, so you can put your meats in there to last a little bit longer. There's also a storage room that we offer in the basic package. Basically just an empty room with walls, and you can, like it says, storage. You can put anything you want in there. There's also a trophy room, which we just recently finished about a month ago for a Miss Irina and Ishmark to hold their treasured coins and weapons and artifacts that they have found throughout their adventures.
Yes, we know them. They are good friends of ours.
I see. That is all for a basic package. Upgrades that are available to everyone, or to everyone that is not on probation, is the Alchemist Laboratory, the Arcanist Research Room, the Barracks, a jail, the library, a shrine to a chosen patron deity of your choice, a smithy, your own stables, and you can even build a tavern as well. There's also some additional ones here that I was provided with about 2 months ago that we now do. Let me just look here. I say stables, tavern. You can have an underground vault for your money. To grow
Holy
your
crap.
own, yes. To grow your own fruit and vegetables, we also offer a garden now.
And that is something we cannot acquire currently.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Because we also provide you with the seeds.
Ah, I see.
Let's see.
I
You already
see.
have that. And also, you have access to better defenses. We can upgrade your wooden walls, say, to stone, or maybe upgrade your guild hall from wood to stone as well, and better archer towers, of course.
Excellent.
That's what it looks like is all on the list for now, until they decide to add stuff.
Now, what I'm thinking is living quarters, a bathhouse, and I'm not sure what the third one should be. What do you think, Commander?
Now remember, you can always hold off on your slot until you come off probation, and you can acquire one of the many other upgrades we have. Just a reminder.
The underground garden sounds good, but we'd have to wait for the probation to come off.
So, should save the third slot for that?
Uh, yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Excellent. 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 Exc
We should.
The underground vault, yes. A new choice that is very popular lately, where people don't have to rely on banks so much. Very popular with adventurers.
And how much would this amount cost? Just what was it, 1,500?
Yes, to overhaul your current guild hall will be 1,500.
And that does that include or not include the extensions?
It does not include the extensions that are outside of this building. It includes the common area that you already have in the pantry, the new pantry, along with the hirelings' quarters.
Okay.
Now we could extend. We could have a bath. We could change the pantry to a bath because the kitchen does have a small pantry with it. If you see fit to build a kitchen later.
I think we should keep with just that thing. So, a living quarters and the pantry and the kitchen. And the common area, obviously.
Because of the size of the hirelings' quarters, it is significantly larger than the kitchen and dining room. At least for this area. I don't think I can quite fit the kitchen in the hirelings' quarters.
So hirelings' quarters would be an extension?
No, basically there's enough room in your current guild hall to either have a kitchen, dining room, pantry, or hirelings' quarters, or a pantry. Or a bath if you decide you don't want the pantry right now.
So only one thing? Or one set of things?
It's just size restrictions, basically. The bath is about a little bit bigger than the pantry. The hirelings' quarters is easily larger than the kitchen and dining room, so you wouldn't be able to fit all of it in this one area.
Commander, do you think we should just stick with the hirelings' quarters?
Seeing as we have no hirelings right now,
Well, everyone here is a hireling.
I mean, like, are
Yeah.
the hiring?
If they
I
could,
thought we were like getting a bunker. What was that? The sleeping quarters.
Like, I'm pretty confused. I thought we had 3 slots, but it sounds like we only have 1.
no, you have 3 slots, but those are like outside extensions.
Yes. How much do each slots cost?
Depends on what you get.
Well, I was thinking, of course, the quarters is 1 slot, and then maybe the bathhouse is another slot.
The what? The
The bathhouse.
why do we need a bathhouse?
Morale.
So that's 2 slots.
Yeah.
Yes. These are outside slots. They are not currently in the building. So you want the kitchen, dining area, and pantry in the actual guild hall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Does that take
you have
up a
to-
slot as well?
No, because it's in the
Oh,
guild hall.
it's different inside and outside.
Yeah, like basically the renovation of the actual main building won't take up any slots because it's the main building.
Okay.
Is it possible
And
to
you-
change a slot later?
Yeah.
Like change.
Yeah, I mean, they can you just have to move everything out of the room and he can demo it and then.
Okay, because
you
I was
can
thinking we could
change
change
slots.
hireling slot into a barracks slot later on. It's still a living quarter. I'm just assuming it's a upgraded living quarter.
Well, hirelings' quarters includes unskilled and skilled hirelings, where barracks are just for soldiers.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think the hirelings quarters are more in the long run better for us.
And we could always end up just with both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys would probably benefit from hireling quarters, because technically your sellswords are considered like skilled hirelings, because they fall under like the guard category.
So absolutely skilled hirelings quarter, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
Only for the skilled hirelings.
and then a bathhouse just so that people can, keep morale up, keep everyone happy. A little bonus for all the work they've put into this.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would cost us.
You guys don't know how much the extensions will cost yet, because they need to renovate the guild hall first.
Okay.
But they can give you an estimate back in Iman.
All right. So
So
I
they
guess.
don't have to come all the way out here.
Okay. I guess we spend the night here and head back in the morning.
Okay.
Because there's no real point to head back now. It's probably late by the time we get here.
Oh, it's actually
Yeah.
pretty early. You guys got here early.
Oh, so we could just head off right now.
You
Are
could.
we
Yeah.
taking Sejanus and Prax with us right now?
Yeah, we're gonna take them with us right now.
Okay.
Should we take anyone else with us? Because I'm not sure if we're coming back with the group of engineers again. I'm gonna call them engineers. Engineers again, or are we gonna go straight up to the city that we're looking for?
Well, so right now we're taking Prax and Sejanus with us back to Iman so they can like get ready or something, right?
Yeah. So are we gonna just go straight from Iman?
Yeah, with the Ishmark as well.
And we're probably gonna take Irina's carriage if she'll let us.
I don't know if she would, but yes.
It's worth asking.
I mean, she's done us so many favors, and we have like given her back since Chillingstrad. Not a lot.
Well, we did keep her from being pulled into a portal with her true love, so that's something.
That's something.
I'm not sure what that something is.
I
but it's
know.
something.
But yeah, that's the plan.
All right, let's. I guess we head off right away with those guys in tow. And who do we leave in charge? Someone's got to be left in charge. We can't just leave these guys to their own devices. That's just weird.
Who's the like the more skilled ones?
I would personally like to suggest that we leave Ubaz as leader for now.
It's up to you.
So yeah, okay, we leave Ubaz as commander for the time being.
All right.
We also mentioned to them they might want to start making hunting trips because we don't know how often we can send food back. So hunting and
Well,
gathering
after the
trips
renovations, probably,
probably will no,
because there's the pantry's gonna be finished by then, and then we could buy the bulk of rations that they were probably gonna need.
well, we already sent in the first bulk, so that'll last them for I think it was a week, and it's already been
2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks, but it's almost been a week.
Yeah, so we gotta tell them, ration it, get extra stuff, and we'll send some back when we get to the city. Hopefully we encounter bandits on our way there and get more money, but who knows?
And while we're away, we could probably ask Irina to probably send a week's worth rations back to the camp.
Yeah, if she'll
If
help us out.
yeah, she does.
We ask so much of her. Alright, so I guess we head off.
All right.
And at this point I've already put 3 shield spells into my Ioun Stone, so it's all ready.
Okay.
Already ready.
It's already ready. It's high noon.
I forgot it was Sam who was DMing today.
I can't wait to see that. I don't even
I'm not
know
sure what's happening to Brian Foster.
Brian Foster.
You know, Ashley's boyfriend.
Oh, that's her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like having a midlife crisis or something. He looks so different. It looks like he hasn't shaved in months. He's got the beard going.
Beards are awesome.
Yeah, but this one, he just looks like a hobo. Oh, this Mary McGlynn.
Alright, so now we're headed back, I guess, right away.
Yep.
Got that written down. Okay. Get that out of the way.
This is so weird. I googled Brian Foster and I got the MMA fighter.
Hmm.
And I have a feeling that's not who I'm looking for.
Nope.
Oh wow, he looks odd.
Hmm. I'm trying to look for something.
He used to be so clean cut.
But he looks so cool with the beard.
It's not. I don't know.
You're just not a beard person, is all right.
No, I kind of like beards. I like Travis's beard.
Yeah, but Travis's beard is like the epitome of beard style.
Yeah, he looks good in a beard. But Brian, though, he's not. He looks nicer clean shaven. He's not just like even Sam Riegel looks better in a beard. But Brian, no, not really. Liam O'Brien's better with a beard. He's not.
I've never seen Matt with anything that even resembled the beard.
No. He did try growing it once for because he was for Halloween. He was Gerald of Rivia. But I think Marisha did not approve.
Now I gotta look up Matt Mercer with a beard.
he probably looks like McCree. I mean McCready from Overwatch, not McCree. No, that's McCree from Overwatch, right?
You had it right
Got
the
it.
first time, and then
What the
you
fuck?
yourself.
I've got it confused now.
Okay, so that's what he looks like with a beard.
Alright, so I'm changing something up that doesn't really matter. It just matters to me.
I use the word beard very loosely, because that is not really a beard.
I'm changing our calendar system in the game.
Oh,
Doesn't matter to you guys, but it matters to me for I can keep track of time. And it's just easier like this. So I'll write this all down later.
It's
We're gonna use Taldori's calendar system. It's a lot easier to keep track of. Plus, then we can have the Winter's Crest.
Woo.
Winter's Crest. Is it August right now?
No, it's I just did the paper away. was like
I thought we were like at November or something.
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is September because you guys just had the harvest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, didn't was Brian Foster play in one of the one shots? Way back, the three of them. He was in like a.
It's October.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Beginning of October.
Which one shot?
The one where it was the three of them. One of them, I think his character was like. Oh jeez, it was like a unicorn-looking dude. In a onesie.
No, that's not him. That was the Overlord or something.
Yeah. I still remember that. That was a funny one shot though.
They were also noisy.
Oh right, that's fuck the Exandria time. The calendar in Exandria only has 11 months.
Ooh. So does that mean we're at December now?
So you guys will be 1 month ahead. So you'll be in like the November equivalent.
No, okay, November.
You'll be in the 10th
November.
month. You'll be in the 10th month. Oh, cool! I love all these month names. I can barely pronounce them better than I could the Forgotten Realm ones. Quasar, I guess. No, why not? Fuck it, I don't care. It only matters to me anyway.
Can you share your PDF to us?
Yeah.
Because I'm really interested to see what's inside the campaign book.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you have the stream open right now, there, Leica?
I do, but I have it muted.
What's the girl's name in the bottom right again?
She's another Ashley. Ashley Birch?
Oh, okay. I've seen her in a lot of things, and I've heard her voice in a lot of things, and she is really good. Just can never remember what her name was.
But yeah, take a look at that PDF, because I don't know. Since I'm moving away from the Forgotten Realms pantheon, I don't know.
You think it's oh, maybe I could like change my pantheon from
Yeah.
Adri to this pantheon.
Like you can still have all of your Tempest domain stuff. You just had to pick a Tempest domain.
Yeah.
God, and I think there's 2 of them in this campaign. But yeah, it'd be a lot easier. You can still keep all of your features though, because that stays the same. Okay, so you get back into town another 2.5 days. You said you wanted to go visit Irina?
Yeah, and Ishmael.
Okay. Alright, so the current date is Quasar 10. How many days are in this? 29, right? So yeah, Irina welcomes you to her home. And seeing you guys are here, she embraces you both, or all of you,
Hello.
Sejanus and
Yeah, we're all there.
yeah. Prax doesn't get an embrace because she doesn't know him.
I introduced them.
I mean, they've seen like once since we got Prax to the camp.
Yeah.
This is Prax. He's not going to kill you in your sleep.
All right. Hi.
Irina, we have a favor to ask.
Oh yes.
I know this is kind of sudden, and we always ask you for many, many things, and we have not repaid you in the way that you should, like in the way you deserve. But we have another favor to ask. See, Kurg here, he's found the guy that he was looking for since the massacre of his tribe. Tribe?
It was
village?
a village. Yes.
Yeah, since the massacre of this village, we were um we wanted to ask if we could borrow your carriage and horses again. We are traveling farther south to the Alabaster Sierras.
North, right? North. I'm pretty sure.
South.
It's
Yeah, it's
South.
north. It's north.
North? You said south. Okay, it's north.
north.
North. To the Alabaster Sierras.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I need my cart and horses for business. I'm very sorry.
Well, I guess we'll have to look to investing into our own carriage and horses, since we are trying to start up a guild. It would be more beneficial to us in the long run, right?
That is true.
Okay.
Definitely, stables are a good upgrade if you need your own horses and carriage, since, most are banned for personal use here.
Well, was that like an upgrade for the
Oh yes, it is one of these slot upgrades you could get.
for the non-probation guilds?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I might be looking to invest in that once we're out of probation. Anyway, where are we going next? Where are we gonna?
Well, you need to go pay the guy for he can go
Oh,
back
yes.
on his own and actually get the building.
Yes, we have to go.
Yeah, so that'll be 1,500 from your bank account.
Sure.
How much do you have right now?
I need to go to the bank.
Yeah, you guys are there.
Can we do bank to bank transfer or something? Because carrying how many bags of gold on you?
Yeah, it's a little bit harder in this day and age, but you pretty much find the builder and kind of bring them with you to the bank, and you guys sign an agreement that these are your accounts and that the transfer can go on. So
cool.
you transfer the money to the alliance's bank account.
Okay. Cool. I've done it. Withdrawal 1,500. Guild renovations. Okay.
Alright.
All right. Now, just remember that guy we tried to buy a horse and cart from?
Yeah,
Do you think he still has his horses?
it's worth a shot if we can afford it.
I'm gonna take out more money just in case he's gonna up the price on us.
Dang, you guys have over 13,000 gold. God.
Yeah.
So much money.
Yeah, take out 500 gold more.
Okay. No problemo.
What is? Whoops. 750. Okay.
of 13. 13,750. Damn.
That's. I still have to save the changes. Wait
Oh.
a sec.
I was like, oh, you got some good amounts though.
Okie doke. Can I ask Irina if she knew anyone who would legit sell horses in a carriage?
To like, you guys like, she tells you can buy them from the guild, but you're under probation, so you probably wouldn't be able to get it. She says you might be able to rent one out for just this one mission, though, from the guild.
But we don't know if we're like, are we able to rent it for an indefinite amount of time?
Or is it even considered a mission? Because it's not given to us by anyone but ourselves at this point.
Yeah, this is more for private
Vengeance.
use.
They can rent it to you on like a per day basis. It's kind of expensive, but that's the drawback of not having your own, is that it's going to be expensive to rent it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if she knew anybody who could like.
You can rent it from the Merchants Alliance on a per day basis.
I want to buy a horse now.
I think
Well, legally you can't.
we should go to the shady dude that sells them for incredible prices.
Fine.
And then let's not forget we have to send more food down towards our place.
Oh, do we have to ask her? I think she has other things to do.
Irina, you busy? Want to help us hunt down the man who slaughtered my entire village and family?
Who are you asking?
Irina.
So you're going to take Irina and Ishmark?
Yep, if they want to join us. Ishmark's already down, but I don't know if Irina is. She's a busy woman.
Sure. I'll have to ask for a few days off, but sure.
We're gonna go slaughter some annoying old... Well, I guess he's an annoying old man now.
Do you guys know anything about the city of Whitestone?
I've been there. I've been there a few times. It's a relatively small city compared to here.
Mm-hmm.
They make their living off of exporting this incredible magic-induced stone called, well, Whitestone.
Is it built around it because of that certain kind of stone?
It is.
Out of character question, is that I can't remember, but is there black powder in Whitestone, or is that somewhere else I'm thinking? Because I'm keep trying to think back to Victor.
It's under close watch, but there's some there. But it's under close watch by Percy.
Hey, maybe we'll come across Bruford, who has somehow traveled there.
But he's going to.
When he went across the sea.
Yeah.
Maybe he
he's traveling
realized.
the other way.
Maybe he realized.
No, he did not. Not in the amount of time that's transpired.
Oh man, he's gonna hate us so much when Eric sees this video and is like, "Are
You
you?"
can't buy it though. You'd have to steal it somehow from Percy.
Yeah, but let's face it. We all know how Bruford and Eric are.
I mean, he would get shot in the face trying to steal it, but whatever.
YOLO!
Again, Eric Bruford, hello. You'd do it willingly.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, Percy's not in this storyline. That's right. That happened hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
That he was alive. So it's under lock and key by the current ruling family.
Which is probably the descendants of him and.
No.
No?
No, it's House Stark.
It would have been nice if they were like the great grandchildren.
Their dynasty didn't last.
Oh,
I know, sad.
they'd make such cute children.
Yeah,
Maybe their descendants are there.
it might be.
Hanging around. All right, so I guess we've paid off everything we need to in the city, right?
I'm sorry, what?
We've paid off what we need to the guild people for the
Yeah.
construction.
We have.
All right, we have two options right now, and neither one of them's going to be very good. We can go back to the temple, use that thing, and scry on Bruford, or we can go buy something so that we can continuously scry on Bruford and see where he is.
I feel like we should buy our own focus.
Yeah,
Just- Because we can bring it anywhere we could.
and we could check
Wait,
up on him every
right.
night. Just, good night.
I can only do that once a day, though.
Yeah, so once a day before we go to bed, check up on him.
Unless I have to use it for something else.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like mass cure wounds to keep your asses from dying.
So on the quiet days, we'll use it.
Where would we... Do you know anywhere where we could acquire a focus for scrying? I asked Irina.
Oh, does she have it?
Or does she know when we can acquire one if she does not?
Yeah. She's 10th level. She has a scrying spell.
Let me see if she has it prepared.
I mean, if she like does scry, then she should have. Or,
She might not have it prepared. I haven't looked at her character sheet in a long time. What level is Scrying?
5th level.
She doesn't. Actually, she does have it. She does have it ready. Yeah, she tells you she has a spell slot ready for it.
Does she have any of the materials we need for it?
Yes, she actually does.
Would she mind if we keep one on hand with us if she ever has to go back to the city?
She only has one.
Should we should we get our own, or should we just use hers until we have enough money for our own?
It's very rare to come across. Not rare, but like rare-ish to come across. Silver mirror worth 1,000 gold.
Or a ball. Alright, I guess we could just, get going. Use her to help scry. Alright, to the shady man with the horses.
If you're bringing Irina, she can just use hers then.
Okay, to the gate, and she can bring the horses.
Yeah, like if you're. I thought that's why you were bringing her.
I was bringing her because I didn't want to make her feel left out.
Oh, she has work. She's busy with that. Let me make sure.
I'm sure NPCs don't have feelings.
I'm sorry, I like to argue.
Irina does. Irina has a lot of feelings.
I like to think of even AI as people too. Unless I have to kill like 100 of them, then yeah.
She has feelings too.
Yeah, and it would be heartbreaking to be like, yeah, we're just
So,
using you
Irina-
for your horse and your mirror.
So, getting ready, Irina actually puts on her cloak to get ready. She recently bought some magical items.
Pretty cloak. Alright, so I guess we start traveling.
Puts on her cloak. And that gives her +3.
You don't have an image for Prax?
No, because he's just an NPC. He's just a temp NPC.
He's just here until we can get Eric Bruford back or a new character.
Yep, pretty much. Alright, there is no map available yet, but you guys... You guys start this very long, potentially very long journey.
How far is it?
Pretty far.
During the nights as we're traveling, I would like, if possible, one of them to scry on Bruford and then one to scry on the man, just so that we don't lose track of them.
She can't do both because she doesn't have the.
No.
She only has one, like one silver mirror she can use to scry.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
That's
like, Leica scries on Bruford, and then afterwards.
I have already expended my last spell slot for scrying for today.
For today, yeah, but I mean, like, tomorrow. Well, no, it's been a week.
She
hasn't it?
also doesn't have the materials.
No, like, you can pass a mirror around.
No, the mirror is consumed when it's used.
not consumed. It doesn't say consumed. If it doesn't say consumed, it's not consumed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being consumed, so it can be reused.
It's a focus that's not consumed, but
Okay.
it just has to be 1,000 worth.
Irina has decided that she will not let you use it.
Fair
Okay, so
enough.
She says fuck off.
fine. Every other night, then we rotate.
Fuck off, mate. That's what she says.
The first night we do. Well, then before we leave,
Wait.
why don't we spend 1,000 gold and see if we can get a ball or a?
I already asked you that.
It's a joke. It's a
I
joke.
said that maybe we should.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I was
And
thinking.
then you're like, oh, Irina, why not come with us?
No, well, okay, yeah. Well, what I was thinking is, if Irina lets us use it, then yes. If she says that we're not allowed to use it, then we buy our own.
She has 2 5th level spell slots, by the way.
Okay, so will she let us use the thing?
So she can use both of them in one turn.
So she can scry on both of them for us? Let's still buy one, let's go. we go to a shop and see if we can buy one.
That's why I was asking if Irina knew somebody where we could buy
Yeah.
like a focus for scrying.
I was just thinking about our money. I didn't want to overspend. Also, we need to send $500 worth of food to the camp.
Damn it.
Oh, did you forget about them? I'd rather not have them starve.
We should have like bought them for the first time we were out there. Did we say though that after we like leave, we take them another like week's ration or something?
I thought we were gonna send it.
Ah. Do they do deliveries?
For what? Food?
Food, yeah.
Yeah,
They could.
we're buying in bulk.
Yeah. Maybe get a discount on the delivery.
So how much are you sending?
Depends on how much the delivery cost is. Well, I guess no. How long is this trip gonna be?
You
Which
can't
trip?
tell.
Towards Whitestone?
You know it's very far away.
How much is 3 weeks worth of food?
Yeah, how much is 3 weeks worth of rations? The bulk kind. Oh, we should look.
Yeah, not like individual. Like
We
shit.
also we also need some for us because we're traveling.
Yeah.
You guys hunt.
Well, true. You can hunt the entire time we're out. So.
Yeah, if the
Plus, I'm not
last
gonna
provide-
ask you to give me a roll every single time because that'll take way too much time.
Mm.
I'd say for 3 weeks. Like I don't know, man. Like 700 gold.
Whoa.
It was 500 for 2 weeks. So, I mean,
It's not too much.
Really?
and that was when it was cheap because it was. Or no, that was when it was expensive. Sorry, because it was the hardest time.
Yeah.
It'd be about 700 though.
700 gold for 3 weeks worth of food. That's not too bad. And
Yeah.
what's the delivery charge?
5.
5 gold.
Yeah.
So 705 gold. Split that 2 ways, and how much is it?
$202.5.
700 divided by 2?
Oh, you want 700?
Well, that's what it was, right?
Sorry, it was 705 because of the delivery.
Yeah, well, I'll pay the 5 gold extra.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
So 350 then.
Alright, so Like and I each pay 350. I go to the bank and I grab it.
From your own goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know we're running low, and we're at what, 4?
Are we still buying horses or not?
No, we're
No.
using Irina's travel ability.
I have the money on me right now because I thought we were buying a horse.
Oh, so you want to just use your money and spend it for the food?
Well, this is technically the group's money. I
Alright.
don't have my money of my own.
Okay, yeah. Alright, you buy it and send
How
it.
much is it? 350, right?
350
Well-
each, or do you want to pay the full 705?
I don't know. We could. This is the group's money.
Alright, just pay this full 705. We'll fill back up the money, hopefully, at some point during our travels. And we already told them they should ration food and hunt. Hopefully the place where we're going to store the food is going to be ready by the time the stuff gets there.
Uh,
So we're good to go?
You guys are good to go
yeah. mm-hmm.
Alright. And so you will start your long trek to the city of Whitestone.
To see?
To the city of Whitestone.
Oh, city.
You don't seem to encounter anything on your first couple days of travel.
On the second day, I guess, I would like to scry for Bruford, at least.
Irina turns her mirror that is inscribed with her initials looks into it as she casts the spell. 10 minutes go by, and you guys are just looking at her like, like nothing's happening for you guys. She kind of like pulls back for a minute.
Do her eyes turn white like a warg?
No.
Oh.
She looks over at you and your friend is safe and sound on a ship.
He's still on that freaking boat?
Yes. It seems like it'll be another month or two before they hit land.
I wonder if he has enough rations to last him for a month.
Well, he's on a
They are-
boat, so...
They are providing food.
I'm surprised they didn't kick him off, seeing as he wasn't supposed to be there.
His connections to the shipmen down in the docks of Iman have made it useful for him to sneak on.
I wish we could send a message to him. And how about the man with the scar?
She looks into the mirror again. Another 10 minutes go by.
See, Commander, this is what I had to do and I waited for you.
Hmm?
It's boring.
What?
She looks back at you guys. The man you seek is still currently in Whitestone.
Good.
He was walking around some of the back alleys. It seemed like he didn't know I was there, but he kept looking around.
He is the paranoid sort.
We'd best be careful if any more scrying goes on. He might find out.
Maybe we should limit it and only do it every few days. I want to not lose track of him. I don't want to get there and then find out he's left the city already.
Alright, well, let's move on.
And the next day.
As you guys are on the road for about another week before coming to some more rest. Let's see. Nothing seems to happen during this week's time. Night falls every time, and nothing seems to approach you or follow you around. It seems all quiet. Would you like to continue?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. It's about a week to there.
That's a lot of traveling.
So, in your next week, you actually passed by the city of Westron on your way to Whitestone.
Cool. Is it nice?
Is it nice?
Is it pretty?
I wouldn't know. I've never been there.
This is a different timeline as from Vox Machina, I guess.
Yeah, it's like 300 years in the future.
Oh, so does that mean that even at Iman there were like some kinds of whatchamacallit.
Oh, absolutely. Whatchamacallit's everywhere.
Yeah, all the whatchamacallits.
Words.
Couple whatchamathingies.
Like signs of dragons having been there, and like general
Well,
destruction.
No, it's been a few
occurred.
centuries, so they've all
So it's already been all.
It's all
Yeah.
cleaned up.
Because then how come Allura's there? He's pretty old.
yeah. Everyone that's there from like the
What the fuck?
the timeline of them, they've had like magical means of expanding on their lifespan,
Or
Yes,
our
they-
elves.
or our elves. Yes,
Allura's human, I'm pretty
exactly.
sure.
She has magical means that is extending her life. So
Does
she
that
can-
mean that she's like using necromancy then?
not so much necromancy, but
She sacrifices
She's-
a child every morning.
she's just using some of her experimentation that she's been doing the past few decades, and she isn't quite done, and she feels like she doesn't want to die until her like life's work is complete.
But like, how does that? How do you do?
We
No
don't
one
know.
knows. I'm about to say, yeah, no one knows.
Fucking magic. That's
It's
what
not
she's using.
necromancy because she would have been arrested by now, but it's
Well, maybe she's like teleported into the future from Vox Machine's time.
No, she
You don't know.
she prayed so
There are-
hard that
you know there are plenty of ways to distort time magic, and she could have been sent into the past or sent into the future. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Like, that was what I was saying.
or she could
Yeah.
exist in all times
Whatever.
at once.
She's Allura. She can do anything she wants.
She exists.
Are
in
we
all
there
times.
yet?
no, but you do bypass Western, which is definitely it's about on equal footing as Iman in terms of like population. Pretty big city.
Ooh. What's like
Um,
the main tourist attraction at Western?
Yeah, it is. It is the center of the continent, and really the crossroads of culture for adventurers, traders, and vagabonds of all kind. Yeah, it seems very, very large, and you can, as you like move past the city, you can see the miles and miles of fertile farmland that surround towering walls.
Does it smell like pig poop?
No, not so much.
Okay. Because I hear in the south, that's what it smells like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just made a reference to
All right.
Game of Thrones.
You guys keep pushing on, and surprisingly, nothing. I'm actually a little disappointed by this.
So
you
am I.
guys
I was,
actually disappointed.
I was hoping for a fight tonight.
And the rolls are not in that favor.
Where are the bandit Skyrims when you need them?
Alright, after that last week or so, now I want to scry on the man with the scar again.
Okay. She turns over the mirror. 10 minutes go by. He looks to be still in white stone.
What does Irina tell us that he's talking to 7 people, and he mentions the
She
cult?
didn't see any of that.
Oh no, okay, it's a different one. Okay.
You guys saw that, or you saw that, but since time has passed since then, she didn't see any of that. Like he wasn't
Okay.
talking to them anymore because, like a few days had passed after you scried.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yes, he is still in Whitestone. Although he is in some kind of underground portion of the city that I do not know about.
Well, as long as he's there, we'll find him.
How big is Whitestone?
Only like 3,000 people.
It's still pretty big, though.
Alright, so you guys keep heading up the road. You soon find yourself passing through the small town of Trent's Fields. Big time farming community made up of mostly humans and halflings. You make pleasantries as you like ride by in the cart, talking to the locals, and it seems like this is where much of the continents and Whitestone's grown food and produce come from. Pretty much anything else besides food, they have to outside of wood, the community has to import a lot of other commodities. So trade caravans are pretty common here, and Irina has traveled here many times to give them resources.
Okay. What kind of resources are there, like, importing in Whitestone?
They mostly import. They mostly import like precious metals. They also do gems from time to time.
Cool.
Clothes, stone, pretty much anything but wood.
Cool.
And food, of course, since it's all grown.
So, are we in Whitestone now or not yet?
Not yet.
I assume we're close, though.
Yes, your journey is almost through.
Okay.
Kurd, once we get to Whitestone, where do you think we should start looking for this guy?
We'll ask around.
We don't know if, like, some of the people you might ask around are allied with him.
Well, I was thinking when we get there, we find a nice place to set up for sleeping, maybe a tavern, and then in the morning we scry right away, bright and early, and go as quickly to wherever we think he might be as possible, while asking if anyone has seen him.
And do you think that if you find him, are you just gonna, like, straight up attack him?
Yep.
That would be, like, against the laws around here, would it not? That's straight up murder.
Yep.
Even if you do say that it's for revenge, it's still straight up murder.
Yep.
And are you willing to face the consequences for that?
Yep.
Stop, criminal scum! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine. Or
Maybe
serve
that approach to your enemy is not the right one.
Typically speaking, but you were not there to see this happen to my family.
But I know that's why we should get to the bottom of what he's doing. Maybe expose him.
I just want to see him bleed.
Don't you think he has more plans as to why he's around Whitestone?
If you think I want to speak to this man anything short of to tell him I am here to kill him, then you are mistaken.
Right. You are intent on killing this man. I will not stop you. But I will also not back you up if you get in trouble.
I understand, Commander.
This is your responsibility. This is your revenge. I have always had your back at every other times, but this one I cannot condone. Do you understand this, Gert?
Yes.
Okay. Are we there yet? Good lord.
As the days wane on, you guys start to see snowfall as you travel north.
Damn, it's cold out here.
It's starting to get very cold. The plains that you were just in give way to a much more forested area, and as you come upon the base of the Alabaster Sierra Mountains, you can see that to the left of you is the base of the mountain range, and to the right is just thick forest as you travel down this very narrow road. As you travel north, it does get colder, but it gets significantly colder too because of the months starting to, or as the days turn into winter, as Duskar 2 passes, which is the mark of the first day of winter. Let's see here. And then you guys push onward for another few. You guys push forward for another few days until you are on the cusp of the outer walls of Whitestone. You see the very tall, imposing fortress-like walls it's stone, but it's slightly. It's not as gray. It's more of a lighter gray in tone than most of the stone you're used to seeing. And as you come upon the city gates, looking at the few guards that are sitting outside in their long, feathered black cloaks, they give you a nod. And what be thee? Trader or resident?
Trader.
Yeah, motions to the guard. We'll be searching your wagon, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Yeah. The other guard opens up the wagon's back and just looks around. It's all food, sir. We're good. Yeah, gives a tug on a rope that's near the arched gateway, and you can see way up, probably 200 feet to the top of the wall. You can see this very tiny figure that starts to move some kind of contraption, and you look back at the gate as it starts to pull itself up. And you are free to go into the city of Whitestone.
Ah, yay, we're in Whitestone.
At last.
I go to the tree where I saw the last time I saw it. That was I saw it in my scrying, right? The tree.
Yes.
The tree
Yes.
without leaves.
Yeah. This is the place, all right.
All right, so you guys head into Whitestone, and before you can get to the tree itself, we will end tonight's session here.
Whew.
Hey. Oh man, that was a shorter session.